This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Tonight, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Throwing now is Geno.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a turn and a give to Penny. There he goes, right side.
Down the sideline he goes.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. Rashad Penny, 36 yards.
And the Eagles use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown.
Walker hitting the ball is out. And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves. But maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it's the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Hurts throw there taken in by Smith. Touchdown! Devontae Smith on the receiving end from Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns? In the first 2 minutes, my calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath, first do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Well, partners, the first quarter, too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Geno now to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Geno.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done.
How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Easy.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Josh Sweat coming in strong and dropping him behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
Give to Walker on the read option.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second down at 6 now from the 42.
Back to throw, Smith. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, They feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit, because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Well, down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you pointed out, you got a whole half to play. Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this situation. Do a little adjusting at the half and come out ready to go. But sometimes those coaches can just sense their team. Maybe they're a little flat or they need a little extra inspiration. And he decided to go for it there to try and kickstart things.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They go back to the ground, this time Swift.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
They go play action with Hurts.
He finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Penny up the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
The 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Great.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over at 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway.
Inside the 20.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Kenneth Walker,
71 yards.
and the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on it.
And now off to the races, down the right side. A big play there for Philly. 48 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Swift going to try up the middle.
He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
From the 21, here's a 2nd down and 4. Hurts sets up to throw it. Out route pass complete to Goddard.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left.
Penny is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one. This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now it's Smith.
This one goes underneath to Walker.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
It's about time, fellas. Good day, boys.
Off of play action, here's Smith.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this was a little bit of the knock on him coming out of college. Sometimes the concentration could wander a bit. This should have been a big play, but somehow he's not able to corral it.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Inside handoff, Penny.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon.
And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Smith. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Smith. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Smith. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
It's hard to be surprised at the miss there with the way this first half has gone. Here they were hoping to get some sort of momentum to carry them into the locker room, but even this doesn't pan out.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going deep for Brown.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Tariq Woolen picks it, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hurts.
It's caught on the right side at Smith. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 1 yard to go on third down. They'll set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Penny, a first down carry. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
64 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3.
They'll look to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 8.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he stopped immediately there.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Here's Swift.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
2nd down. Here's Hurts.
This is caught. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
At their own 25-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now Geno on 1st down. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Throwing now is Geno.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the 1st down.
Here we go, here we go. Come on, come on.
Now Geno.
Repeat of the last play, finding Walker.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A shotgun snap for Smith.
He's going to get this complete here to Lockett.
Touchdown, Seahawks. Tyler Lockett, 52 yards.
And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. That they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points, and you just saw the touchdown go the other way, so it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming, and I sense that everyone in the stadium knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. He'll look to throw. Complete. Smith has it.
And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' first down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Over the middle, complete. That's Watkins. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll drop this one off to Swift.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
On 1st down, Hurts.
That's caught by Penny. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Here's a give to Penny.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 74 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
to the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jalen Hurts, 25 yards. And the Eagles have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter.
So a designed run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of him, being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly
He's
didn't
lost.
work. Yeah, there's no doubt.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
There we go, Chanel. 53, 53.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down.
That is taken in by the tight end Finn.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Up the middle, here's Walker. Into space at the 45. Down the right sideline. Inside the 10.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Ken Walker
with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point up and through by Myers, and that cuts this lead down to 13. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
And they will take a knee here. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And this one wasn't easy. You had an East Coast team, Charles, going west, playing a night game, but somehow they were able to get the job done.
Yeah, when you talk about